Alright guys, just thought I'd give you a quick video, show you this transfer casing spine, and it's from Zook Parts in New Zealand. Cost about $75–80 posted from New Zealand to Australia. It's laser cut, it's really good. Really good quality. It just cuts all the way around really nicely, fit really well. You just need a couple of spaces, some of the space the bolts out, but it allows you to weld your transfer case arms and just connects both sides of the chassis together, strengthens the transfer case. So I've still haven't quite finished yet, but I've welded on here. I'm gonna stick a few more reinforcements, a bit of 8mm. I've run out of wire at the moment, so I can't finish it. And then probably just strengthen this up in here once I weld the ribs in, and yeah, make this a bit thicker. I've already done this side. You can see I've already strengthened this up with a bit of 8mm steel, made it a lot thicker. You can see the thickness in there. Just welded it up, and this is all welded on here. Not the best welds, but it penetrated well, so I'll do the trick. Yeah, so that's it. You can see. I think I'll do the trick. Definitely better than stock. Yeah, so come back when it's finished and show you what it looks like once it's all done. So under the car, because we're strengthened up the arms and the mounts for the transfer case, what I've done is I've just strengthened this up. It's a bit rough, but yeah, I've just welded up this with a plate on the back, just it's a bit of 8mm, and then same here, just welded up some rod through here, a bit of plate on the bottom. There's a few companies that sell kits, but it's pretty basic. You could do it yourself. It's just a bit of metal, just weld it, reinforce it. I think this mount up here is going to be okay. It's part of the chassis. So, yep, that's that. Alright, so this is got it finished, the brace. It's a little rough, bit of splatter. But, end up welding, I think, like 5mm plate onto here and here, and he did the 5mm here because I don't think there'd be enough room for the nut. Just welded on these little ribs, strength. Yeah, I didn't put anything here, I just welded up the seams, top and here. I think the weakest point of this is going to be this joint along here. But I think a lot of the force twists onto this arm, so hopefully, I think that's going to be a lot better than the stock one anyway. So I've cleaned it up. I'm going to paint it with some KBS rust seal. Sort of pretty good product. It comes up sort of like almost like powder coat. It's really dries really hard. So let's do that next, see what it looks like when it's finished. Yeah, so before you do it, it's a 3-part system with the KBS. There's a mix that's like a degreaser wash. Then once you wash that off, let it dry, then you hit it with this rust blast. It's sort of like a phosphorus type, etches the steel. So, and then once you do that, leave it for 10 minutes, wash it off, let it dry, and then hit it with the KBS. Just goes on with a paintbrush. Alright, so I've had a second thought about this. I was going to make a skid pen between the chassis rails, but I think I might make it all in one. So I've had to make this bit of a dodgy frame here, sort of matches up with that one, and then I'm just going to skin it with about, I don't know, 5 or 6 mil plate. I'm going to have to drill some holes for the drain plugs, but that should again strengthen this whole thing up a bit more. I'm thinking of this plate here. I think I'm going to put a gusset just so where I've ground off. I'm going to put a gusset from here to here, just triangulate that, make it a bit stronger, and then I'll have to paint the bits that I've decided to weld again. Anyway, okay, so I've made a pretty sort of crude template up, sort of figure out how I'm gonna fucking skin this thing. So this goes there. What I'm gonna do, I've got this, I'm gonna try and open this up a bit. So I'll have little it's not a flat edge, got a bit of a lip that it can skid up. So I'm gonna have to try and bend these. I'm gonna grind the inside edge, try and flare it out, and then I'll weld it back up. I'll grind down here so I can get the bends, cut some wedges in, see if I can cut it up to fit over this. I'll cut the holes in for the drains and the filler, and see how it looks when we get them back. Okay, so this is where we're at. Sort of just ground down the sides, flat them out a bit. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter on these tabs because I'm not going to be able to get this on over the back, and it's not sitting quite well. I'll open these up a bit, get the right angles, and we'll see what it looks like once I get it properly fitted. Alright, so I got this tacked into place, cut the holes out for the drain plugs and the filler hole. Just gonna have to fill these up. It's all a bit rough, but it'll be right. So I'll probably fill up these where I've ground it so I can bend it. So I've weld them up. I'm gonna, like I said before, to strengthen this up, I'm gonna weld a gusset just in here, just to give a bit of strength to this bracket. Not super happy with this here. I think I'll just fill it up with a bit of weld. Hopefully that holds into place. But no. Alright, so I got it all welded up. Just ground up all them edges. Just tacked in this gusset here. I'll bolt it back in before I fully weld it. I haven't fully welded it, just put little tags. I really don't think it's gonna go anywhere. So that's it. Give it a clean up, I'll chuck it back on, I'll weld this back on, paint it, and that should be good to go. Alright, so this is the finished product, just painted, just waiting for it to dry. With the rust seal, so got the gusset all welded on, bit of spatter here and there. A little bit of drama with the holes. Once I welded it, sort of pulled a bit tight, so I had to drill out the holes a bit to match them up. So, you know, it should be fine. So I got the drain holes. That should be fairly solid. It seems pretty solid. So I'll show you what it looks like installed. So this is a new transfer case mount we're going to use. It's off it's front engine mount for a Land Rover Series 2 and Series 3, I think they are. So we can see, you can see they're a little taller, maybe 5mm taller or so, but they got a little bit of a longer thread, so which is good because I've thickened up the bases. So I'll show you quickly. You can see here how easily, like these, I've put not much, and yeah, the mounts, they're pretty soft, they squash pretty easy, whereas these mounts, I really, you've got to really crank them. They're a lot harder. So ready, fit the two on, chuck this last one on, throw the transfer case back on, and see how she fits. It's a bit of a fail. So to get this in, I have to jack the whole body up because it won't slip in because of this part. A lot of kits, this bolt's on separate. Now I know why. Secondly, this gusset that I welded in here is fouling on the body, so I need to cut a little bit out. While I've got it out, what I also decide to do is to pull out the little breather, which is under here. So that little push fitting is there, and there's a little breather with a spring and a cap that goes over that. But what I've done is I've tapped it with a 1/4 inch hole. I've turned it upside down, so while I tap it, all the stuff falls out rather than going back into the case. So you can, I don't know if you can catch it, but you can see the stuff coming out. I'm pretty sure I've finished. So it's basically tapped all the way in. That's a quarter inch BSP tap. So what I'm going to do, and you can see all the stuff that's fallen out. So that would have been in the transfer case. So turning it upside down helps, unless you've I didn't want to open it all back up. I should have done this really before while I was rebuilding the transfer case, but I didn't think of it at the time. So I'll probably just get a vacuum and stick a vacuum in there and see if I can get any more little flakes, but I think majority of it came out. I could see it falling as I was tapping it. I'm going to put a reducer, 1/4 inch BSB to 1/8, and put a push fitting like on your diff lockers, and then run that up to a breather. I'll come back once I'm done and I've cut this thing out and show you what it looks like and how I'll get it fitted in. Alright, so I've added the 90-degree push fitting. It's a 6mm one. I've cut this gusset, so hopefully that's got clearance. So this is what I've had to do. Very dodgy, just a bit of wood, but you can see that's how much I've had to lift the body up to get this in. Not a massive deal. It's like 6 bolts. Unscrew. I'm going to change these rubber mounts anyway, so it's a good opportunity to do that. So we'll see how we go. Alright, so she's mounted in. You can see how tight she is here. The knock. Give this a bit of a love tap with a hammer up the top. Had to give that a bit of a grind down and clear that. And here I had to cut a little bit out to clear that. A couple of issues, I think, because these mounts are a little higher. It's lifted it up a bit, so gives me a little bit more ground clearance, I suppose, but I don't think it's going to affect the strength too much. Yeah, so that's it. It's all mounted in.